Hello, friends. In this short video, I would like to talk briefly about PhD and postdoctoral fellowship. I earned my PhD in the year 2011, and I earned my PhD in the area of soft skills. So, when you want to do any research, or PhD or postdoctoral course, first of all, you have to identify the gaps and you have to close the gaps. That's the basic objective. Then how you fill the gap and how to identify research and how to create a book research proposal. So these things I will briefly explain. Before I would like to share my challenges to pursue my PhD. In the year 2007, I had a dream of pursuing my PhD, and I had monthly I was getting a salary of 10,000 rupees, and I didn't have money also, but I sacrificed a month's salary, and I took admission for PhD in the month of December 2007, and it was the bravest decision in my life. First of all, I didn't have money to pay of 10,000, and I was getting a salary of 10,000. With that 10,000 only, I had to manage my family and my children, and it was very tough time. And I was working in a private college, and I was teaching for engineering students, and also I was teaching for in the area of soft skills. So then I thought, let me work on soft skills because it is something new and unique. Then I talked with the guide, and I discussed with couple of guides. Then finally, I have uh, uh, chosen the guide, and the guide was kind enough to agree. And finally, I joined for my PhD. And again, it was a very miraculous thing that in the month of December 2007 only, I paid a fee of around 10,000, and I joined. And the very next year, January, rules were changed, and then again the fee was hiked. So the takeaway from this video is that whenever you get opportunities, you should not delay it. You must make decisions smartly and wisely. So the decision helped me. First of all, I didn't have money, so somehow I managed 10,000. If I delayed by a few days, probably I couldn't have joined for my PhD. That was one thing. Then the rules were changed. So these were the challenges. Then again, I had a passion for writing. Since a very long time, and I was contributing articles and to various magazines. So that helped me. Then, because of these aspects, without any eligibility tests, and by submitting my research papers and articles, then I joined for my PhD. And the topic I have chosen was soft skills. Soft skills means, again, as I said, we should find out the gaps. So, because students in the engineering colleges had employment opportunities, but they lacked employability skills. That means they lacked soft skills. They lacked a couple of qualities that led them not to be employable and deployable at the corporate world. So then that was the gap I chose. Then I started bridging the gap. Then I connected campus with the corporate, and I researched for 3 to 4 years. Then I got my PhD. So this is the origin of closing the gap. So now coming to this PhD, when you want to do PhD or postdoctoral course, you need to talk to the guide or supervisor. Then again, you have to network. Then again, you have to be persistent, and you have to be very consistent in your activities, and you should be persistent. In my case, I am persistent by nature. That helped me to persist a lot, because usually guides won't agree to join, but I persisted. Then finally I joined as a my guide has approved. Then I Then my guide has agreed, and he has become a supervisor. So that's how the journey with my PhD. Then again, after doing PhD, you can go for postdoctoral course. The process is same, but usually it differs from some people call it as postdoctoral fellowship. Some people call it as a postdoctoral position. In USA, usually we say postdoctoral position. In UK and other countries, we call as postdoctoral fellowship. It's all the same only, but the terminology is different. So you need to, if you want to do postdoctoral position, sometimes 6 months or 2 years, sometimes even for 5 years also people pursue this postdoctoral position. But usually postdoctoral position takes 2 years. Then again, PhD usually takes 3 years. In my case, I had my PhD in full time because I was working in a college and I was commuting to Nanded, where I joined in the SRTMU University in Nanded. Then I used to commute, and then I regularly went. And then sometimes I was in Hyderabad. So like that, I finally I had my PhD as a regular, as a full time, not a part time. So there are different issues and challenges. So if you want to pursue this postdoctoral position, first of all, you should have credibility. You should publish papers. You should be persistent. You should be very much passionate about what you are doing, and you should find out some unique areas and fill the gaps. And you should not give up. Most of the times you'll find lots of rejections, not only in research, in every aspect. But still you have to persist, and you have to find out where the things are missing, and then again you have to close the gaps, so that you can do your PhD or postdoctoral course. So if you want to do postdoctoral position, then you should publish in quality journals and sometimes open access, sometimes close access journals. And if you publish in quality journals, and if you publish in peer-reviewed journals, then you will have more credibility. Apart from that, what you have to do is that you need to have funds, grants. Some institutions, they pay monthly stipend. Some institutions give grants and funding. So these are all the things you have to talk with the institution and the supervisor. Then accordingly you have to make a decision, and you should be passionate, and you have to keep moving, and you should never give up. And these are all my ideas and insights on postdoctoral position or your PhD. Then when you want to submit, when you want to pursue postdoctoral position as a researcher, as a postdoctoral scholar or PhD scholar, you have to submit a proposal. Then again, the supervisor will review, and so it is research is an ongoing process. Then you have to take feedback. Then again, you have to revise the draft of the proposal. Then finally, it will be accepted. Then you have to do PhD or postdoctoral position. So this is my journey, and you will find more and more videos on postdoctoral positions and also PhD. And let me share with you my challenge that I had a brain stroke in the year of 2021. I survived because of my positive psychology. Thank you for empathizing. Apart from that, I published 56 books, including the best-selling book titled "See the Light in You," for which his soul is teleramized in a foreword. I published 300 research papers, and I serve on the editorial boards of various international journals, especially DLO of Emerald and JBPL of USA. But I have cut down my assignments because of my health challenges and stroke. But you should never ever give up. Age is not a challenge, and health is not a challenge. You have to, when you have a positivity, when you emphasize positive psychology, you can keep moving forward. I'm 63 years old, so but still I'm passionate about pursuing some my dreams and opportunities. And I request you to consider subscribing and sharing with your networks. with gratitude.